All right, our first tactical games is in the books, and wanted to share some of my takeaways running the Staccato XC. So, gun aside, just talking for 1 second about the optic. Having a quality optic with a large field of view and a small MOA dot, I feel like is paramount for this competition. So no matter what gun that you run, get the best optic that you can get. Large field of view, small MOA dot. It will help you tremendously when you're talking about small targets at distance. Next thing, specifically for the 2011, that I really enjoyed was the bull barrel. So the accuracy and performance from these thicker walled barrels gives you so much more confidence as a shooter when stepping up to the line, knowing what these are capable of, especially when engaging some of the targets out to 35, 40 yards, and you need that dependability, you need that accuracy. So highly recommend it for that aspect alone. But next is going to be the trigger. So the trigger on the 2011, this one specifically 2.5 pounds, but short take up. You have the wall, break, and then a nice short reset, and I'm back on the wall. So this was great for not just the speed stuff, but also the stuff at distance. So the precision work when I'm fatigued. Again, I'm oscillating and I'm trying to hold that dot on target. With a striker fire pistol, the longer travel and take up is a lot more opportunity for me to drive something unwanted into the gun. Also with the trigger weight, striker fire pistol, 3.5 to 4.5 pounds, that pressure is also more opportunity for me to drive something unwanted into the gun. So having this light, short, crisp trigger was really nice for a lot of that precision work. Finally, the weight. So the weight of the 2011 was really nice. I oscillate all the time to a fair bit, so having that weight helps me feel a little bit more stable and locked in to my sights, and that gun just kind of slows down versus my Glocks or my SIGs, where I feel a lot more of my oscillation driving into that gun. One thing I would do differently, so I'm running the Surefire X300 Turbo on here specifically for my Safariland holster. However, some of the barricades that we were presenting through were just high enough for my front sight to get through. So I would need to offset the gun, meaning I'm no longer really relying on the barricade at all. And also now I have to think about my offset depending upon the distance that I'm shooting at. So I think moving forward, I'm going to give it a try taking the light off and switching up my holster, because I think it would have been really nice to been able to just set that pick rail directly on the barricade and have the gun vertical and see through my optic. So that's one thing I'm going to change, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about the weight difference from that. But overall, absolutely love this gun. Excited to continue training with it. I'm relatively new to the 2011 platform, but so far it's probably one of my absolute favorites.